Ladies and gents, welcome back to the pod. Wow. It's been a minute, man. Ian, welcome back.
Hey, buddy. How's it going? Yeah, it's been ages, huh? Finally got together out of our busy schedules, you know what I mean?
That's right, man. Talking about some basketball on the eve of the NBA Finals. We had to get it done for one last time in season 22.
That's it.
How you been finding the playoffs so far?
I mean, all of them have been interesting, especially out east. Down to Game 7. If Jimmy had hit that shot, bit different story, man.
Did you think he took the right shot, or?
For sure,
or
man. Go for the dagger. Any superstar will go for the dagger. Unless you're LeBron, you'll pass it.
Yeah. Oh, little shot at LeBron while you're at it. Fair enough. I thought, I don't know, man. He had like a lane there, right? He just had
They could
go around Horford.
I look at it and I go, they could easily have closed that lane, and he would have been in more trouble. Would have been double teamed. Could have been fouled out or whatever.
Yep. And he had a little bit. You're right. And he had a little bit of airspace. 3 on the wing with Horford on his heels. Yeah, if he makes it, they're up by 1 with 2-3 seconds to go.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's a hero forever, right?
Correct.
So Jimmy buckets went for it and unfortunately fell short.
Yeah, no buckets, hit rim. Oh.
In the East, while we're at it, what other storyline surprised you in the East? In the playoffs.
The fact that Philly got swept, mate, that was disgusting in my book.
I mean, James Harden's his decline is what really surprised everyone, right? Like he really was playing like a little fat man.
He was a fat man.
Oh man, like a fatty with a beard, just dribbling out there, man.
Too many Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah. Philly's got an interesting decision to make with his contract going forward, but.
Has he still got? He's got still another year with them, right, or something like that.
I think he's got a player. I think he's got a player option, something like that, and the team's got an option to extend him out. So yeah, bit of a decision for them to make, and Nets, man, them losing as well to Boston.
Exactly.
It just makes you think. KD's name's coming up a lot as well, right? Recently, you think, damn, Has KD been fooling all of us, or what? As being the perennial second best player for almost a decade now, has he really been that guy? You got to kind of question now, right?
Yeah, and like, has he been the one being carried and not the other way around?
I know, right? Exactly. I mean, great offensive talent. Like, there's no doubt about it. And he's had good players around him too. That's the thing. He's had decent teams around him. It's not like, LeBron with the Cavaliers, just little pieces around him. He had some all-stars around him. So I think that's a pretty big storyline. And of course, just during the week, he got baited into one of Draymond's podcast discussions saying during the finals, I think the 2018 finals, 2018 finals, I think they were saying that Steph had 40 doubles thrown at him and he only had 2. and KD's like, absolutely disagree. They would have flipped him out. It would have been like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, exactly.
They're taking that away from me too.
I mean, like, no doubt about it, he can score. Like, you put him anywhere, he scores. But, I don't know if he is that guy that can create for others and get others involved and sort of lift other people to be great. I mean, I think there's that camaraderie that they have at the Warriors where they make each other feel great. Like, I think Steph, Draymond, and Clay, like, all 3 of them have been pillars of that whole team. Like, they've been around. And I think it was in that podcast with Draymond where it's like, I think Draymond said something like, we didn't go out and get KD. KD wanted to join us.
Yeah. Well, KD did join them. There's no doubt about, and got himself 2 chips.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they didn't need him to win the chip. They already won one.
Hey, on that note, right? It's a pretty big discussion point for GMs going forward. Both these teams have done it through the draft, really. Obviously, if we touch on Golden State Warriors, drafted Steph 2009, Clay 2011, Dre 2012, and if you want to throw in Jordan Poole 2019. And with Boston, Marcus Smart 2014, I think Marcus Smart might have been a pick number 6. Jaylen Brown 2016, pick number 3. Jason Tatum 2017, pick number 3. And then Robert Williams, a first-round pick as well in 2018. So done it through the draft and built from the ground up. And, yeah, I guess built that camaraderie that you're talking about and done it with their own teams rather than, picking and choosing through free agency. So it's very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the only one that they've really brought back was Horford, right? Like he played with them for I think 3 years, left, and then they just liked him, liked the way he played, and he liked them, and went back. And what a change he is compared to when he was who did he go to?
He was bouncing around.
He was
I can't remember where he came in from, but he was definitely bouncing around, and he was like, down and out, man. I mean, he was probably playing like 10, 15 minutes a game, and it's just been stunning. Yeah, stunning performance.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
Yeah, he went to Philly. That didn't really work. Then he went OKC, and because he got traded to OKC for that massive trade.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, great. Really, really happy for him.
Yeah.
And out in the West, I think it was pretty safe to say Warriors were going to come out. I know Phoenix were looking really good for majority of the year, but what did you take of Phoenix's choke job?
Yeah, I mean, it was horrible that last game. It was like 10 points around, each. No one could really do anything. I think Doncic's size against Paul, they really played on that really hard against him. And I mean, what can you do? I think Doncic has like
I know, right? Hey,
come on.
Yeah. Oh, Doncic went off. Hey, what about after they choked and Pat Bev went on TV and just absolutely nuked CP3, called him a cone. He's a cone.
He's a.
That was so. For whatever reason, it was like in Australia, it was 1 a.m. And I never really watched First Take, right, with Stephen A. And for whatever reason, I turned it on, like just that night. And Pat Bev was on. And Pat Bev, JJ Redick, and Stephen A. My God, Pat Bev just gave it to him unfiltered. Unbelievable. It was electrifying TV, I have to say. Electrifying TV. It was just hilarious, but he was, on point in a lot of ways as well. It's just crazy. But yeah, Suns, huge meltdown. I think Devin Booker, people probably won't see him the same way unless he recovers and somehow wins a ring. But and CP3 as well, right? Like he just fades every playoff. He's a 37-year-old, granted, but he's got limitations. Let's say he's an amazing point guard, but he's got limitations. And with Aiden also fading and just completely disappearing. I don't think he even wanted to come out in the fourth quarter of that last game.
Yeah.
That was an epic meltdown. So I think that was probably the biggest surprise for me in the West, but Warriors coming out wasn't a surprise.
What did they end up in the standings? I think they were like fourth or something. Or
Warriors?
Yeah, like
Warriors were third, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's third and third, interestingly. Yeah. Yep, both teams.
So
yeah, look, they've Warriors have probably had an easier path
Mm.
out in the West, and Boston's beaten some really good teams, so really deserving to be here, and really happy to see the young kids, man, actually make it. Like the Boston process, really finally working, and Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Marcus Smart making it through, and also shout out to Marcus Smart. What a dog he is on defense, man! Like absolute bulldog. Defensive player of the year as well. So it's just awesome the way he plays and the team plays.
Do you think the fatigue factor will play a part with Boston? Because they've just come out of 2 7 game
Yeah,
series, right?
potentially. I'd say so. Yeah, it's got to play a part, but they're a younger team, so maybe they'll be okay. It's gonna be interesting to see, because this defense is just outstanding defense. So
Yeah, I saw just what they did to Jimmy, but then he still scored like 40, 47 or whatever in game 6.
mm,
And he had
that's right.
35 or in game 7. Like if he just needed a little bit more help in that round, game
Yep.
7.
So who do you got in the finals? Like how do you see it? Who do you think is going to come out?
I reckon from the looks of it, probably Golden State. They're still gonna win it. Like Boston probably might get a game, maybe 2, but yeah, Golden State for me. Just purely of the weapons that they have. They've got some streaky players that, like, if they don't pay attention to them, can score on any night. I mean, Wiggins could go off. Draymond could go off. Like, he hasn't, but he can.
Wiggins. We haven't talked about Wiggins, actually.
And Jordan
We're talking
Poole,
about Jordan Poole.
the third Splash Brother.
That's it. There's a third now. And look, the other side of it is finals experience. I saw a stat: 0 games of finals experience for the Celtics. Warriors have 123 games finals experience. So it's they've definitely got the experience on their side. Warriors. I'd love to see Boston win. I'm predicting 7 games actually again, because I just think this Boston team, they've proven over and over again that defense really gives them a fighting chance.
Yep.
And then Jalen Brown or Jason Tatum, one of those guys will go off. With the support of the other, plus Marcus Smart's been averaging like 20-something points as well. Horford's there. Grant Williams has had some great games as well. So, I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk for Warriors. They will be the hardest opponents they would have faced so far. And I'm predicting 7 games, but Warriors to come out on top. Game 7, home court advantage, and Steph, Clay, and Dre to get their 4th chip.
Are they up there with the greats, you think, for being there? Probably, last 8 seasons. This is their 4th time.
No doubt. It's like a second peak as well, right? They had that run. Just the 3 of them. They had that run. Then KD came. Then KD left as well. And now Clay obviously got injured 2 years in a row, and really happy for him, right? Like, he's probably the man that really deserves this more than anyone, to be honest, in terms of, at least from the Warriors side, of winning a ring. And the fact that he's back, he's healthy, and they're back in the finals, there's no coincidence as well. Great two-way player. So I think, it's going to go down as one of the greatest teams ever. Maybe, people talk about the Boston teams of the 50s and 60s. Obviously, Chicago Bulls, some of those Showtime Lakers, and this Golden State team. You got to put them up there as well. There's no doubt about it. Yep.
You got to think back to, if Clay wasn't injured at that time when they sort of started spiraling downhill, could they have made another finals run if he was healthy?
Yeah.
Because they they pretty much have the same guys that they do now.
Yeah, I mean, Poole really broke out this year, we got to say, and Wiggins came in halfway through last year. Yeah, if Clay was there, could they have beaten Phoenix last year? Probably. I mean, they would have at least been in the finals.
Yeah.
So I think that's a yes. But I don't think they would have. That Lakers 2020 team was pretty good with Anthony Davis playing out of his mind, and LeBron
Yep.
still obviously playing at a high level. But yeah, potentially last year. So yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
The benches. I think Warriors have an advantage through the bench as well. Like they've got some really crazy
Yep.
depth there, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, Iguodala, Gary Payton. These guys are coming back as well. Obviously, Jordan Poole plays off the bench.
OPJ, your mate, Otto Porter Jr.
Otto Porter, yeah, absolutely, great piece as well. Yep. Yeah, they're stacked. They're stacked. Moody, there's a lot of players on the Warriors bench. Whereas, yeah, really hardworking players on the Boston side. They probably know their role really, really well. Talent wise, I would say, Warriors have the edge there. So, you know, I think injuries will be a bit of a concern as well for Boston. A couple of the guys are coming off some minor injuries, like Marcus Smart.
I think they are carrying the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Yeah, like he was a bit proppy. Marcus Smart.
Yep. But geez, if Boston do come out and win it, man, Tatum and Brown, geez, they could dominate the league for a while to come, man. Even if they can get another piece in there somewhere too. Whew.
Yep.
Love that pair. I love that pair. Great pair. Yeah, we shall wait and see, huh?
Yeah, well, it's tomorrow for us.
Doubt.
11 a.m. for us.
Absolutely, looking forward to it, and hopefully it goes the distance.
Yeah, you hope so. It's definitely. I hope they finish on a day where I'm at work and we can go to the pub and enjoy it.
That's it. So you prefer it to be on a work day? Go to work and watch it. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's it. Hey, also, the draft is coming up. I'm sure we can talk about it later on.
Mm-hmm.
Magic wins another number one pick.
Do they need one?
I don't know. They're probably going to burn that, right? They're probably going to waste that pick, no doubt. But who do you have? Like, who do you like in the draft anyway at this stage?
No one really sticks out for me. Like, it's not that strong a draft, I don't think.
Yeah. Everyone's talking about Chet Holmgren.
Yep.
The tall, skinny dude from out in the West, the Pacific Division. So they're saying he might be a good player coming out, and he sounds pretty confident too. So keen to see him play. But yeah, I'm sure we'll cover the draft another time.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few outliers, I guess, but yeah, who knows? Like Arizona's Dalen Terry, maybe, but yeah, there's quite a few youngins, but like I haven't seen much yet because I haven't really been watching them. I missed out on the March Madness due to us just coming out of lockdown and going out and celebrating, so missed a whole bunch of games there. But yeah, be good to review after the finals and see who we got.
Yep, absolutely. So to close off, who wins, how many games, and who's your MVP?
Oh, look, Curry's got to get it again if that Golden State win. And yeah, I'm predicting 6, but yeah, if you're going 7. But I think either way, Steph gets the MVP for me.
Yep. I'm saying Warriors in 7, MVP Curry. I would love to see Celtics win though.
Mm.
let's wait and see.
It'll be a story if Celtics win. Definitely, they haven't been back since basically 2008 against the Lakers.
Yep, exactly. And one of the greatest franchises in the league, so it's good to see them coming back again.
Yeah.
Well done. Awesome. Well, not long to go now till game one, till tip off, and I'm sure there's going to be new stories written. Can't wait. And great chatting to you again.
Yeah. Till next time. So hit that like button, subscribe, and tell your mates, and we'll see you again probably post game 2.
Absolutely. All right. Enjoy, folks. Take care.
Peace.